I'll be discussing two novels. I'll be talking about The Great Gatsby and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I'll be discussing their themes and what their story overall seemed to be about. At the end of the video, I'll be deciding which novel that I claim to be the great American novel, based on their theme and the Americanness of the novel. The theme of The Great Gatsby seems to be that money can't buy you happiness, or however in the case of The Great Gatsby, a person. This is shown through the characterization of Gatsby and sort of the plot of the story, which every story has a plot. Gatsby, I'll give a short summary. Gatsby is in love with Daisy, who has married a man named Tom, while Gatsby has been sent off to fight a war. Gatsby has become rather wealthy due to bootlegging, and he uses his wealth and his belongings to sort of persuade Daisy into loving him more than Tom. That basically alone gives you the theme that Gatsby loves Daisy and he wants her back. The theme of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is that there are multiple satires, and the theme is a realization that slaves are people, shown through Huck. A short summary of that: Huck runs away from home. Basically, his dad takes him away from the widow who is raising him and owns the slave Jim. He runs away from his father, and he stumbles across Jim again, and they start having adventures together. In this time, Huck's having a mental battle of whether he should turn Jim in or if he should help him get to freedom. It also satirizes things such as the religious mentality of the time and racism, in a way, since racism was getting very big at this time. It satirizes the religious mentality through the widow, which she was a good religious woman, yet she still owned another human being, and Mark Twain saw this as a negative reflection on the religious community. The ways in which The Great Gatsby represents Americans is our want for things and how we'll do what we can to get them. In his case, he does what he can. He shows her what he has to win her over from Tom. And we do these things sometimes with other people, not necessarily showing what we have, because not everyone can do that, but we want things and we do what we can to get them. And it's saying that sometimes you just can't get it with money or wealth. The ways in which Huckleberry Finn represents what it means to be an American is our mental struggles and the mental conflicts that we have within ourselves. Much like Huck, it took us time to realize that owning people was wrong and a bad thing to do. And every day we have some sort of mental struggle, or we may go a little while being free of any kind of stress. But something always comes up, and we have that conflict in our mind. And I think that sort of shows how Huckleberry Finn represents what it is to be an American. I would have to say that I think the Great American Novel goes to Huckleberry Finn simply because I understood it a lot better than I did The Great Gatsby. I would probably have to read The Great Gatsby an amount of times to really grasp the full meaning of everything that's going on. But Huckleberry Finn was a much easier read, and everything that just went on in the novel sort of jumped out at me and made me think about things a lot more than The Great Gatsby did for some reason. And it was just enjoyable to me, in a way, to see Huck go through these mental conflicts of the money with the girls and the Duke and the King, Jim. It was just an entertaining read, and I think that it really represents Americans a bit more than The Great Gatsby can. Thank you.